Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're interesting to the 8th episode of Symphogear G. This one's titled Hand in Hand for Me as I Waver. Okay, so things are getting intense now, and I'm sure the cliffhangers are just going to keep coming, and it's going to make watching this weekly a nightmare, but we have to watch weekly. I just don't have time to sit down and do like a block of reactions and do it that way. I wish I did. If I wasn't so bound by seasonal shows, or if I didn't have as many seasonals, maybe I could try and conceive a way of doing it, but not possible, not with my current lineup. So, last time out, Hibiki went further than we've ever seen her go before with the relic, after fighting off Ver. Shirabe and Kirika show up, and Hibiki doesn't seem to be too bothered by that. Like, it's not going to be too big of a deal, but Ver injects the linker into both of them, which puts their lives at danger. And, well, not that Ver cares, really. He doesn't care. He just sees them as disposable pawns, almost. And so they start singing their superb songs, believing, oh, they'll be just fine. They really won't be. But in order to save them, Hibiki uses her own superb song to take the energy from theirs and then just blast it up into the sky. Very cool shot. And just cancel out the superb songs altogether. Which, again, really, really cool. Save them, which is typical Hibiki. Like, she doesn't want them to come to harm for it. And ultimately, they Shirabe and Kirika retreat with Ver because they need Ver to look after Mum, or I can't say her name. I really don't know how to say it. Nastasia? Nastasia? Am I saying that correctly? Probably not. Yeah. Retreats with Ver to help out the mum, and they're kind of confused by the fact that Hibiki was trying to protect them despite being the enemy, which, again, it leads to the whole thing of, like, are they really enemies? Like, why are they fighting? And it kind of brings into that case, why can't we just talk about what's going on? Why do we just have to fight as our first answer? Which is very much the theme of the series so far. And it's making them really question it. Like, it's already a kind of fragile alliance between all of them. Like, Ver, Maria, these two. Like, it's all kind of, like, they're just here by circumstance, almost. It's not like anyone's here because they're purely aligned on what they want to do. Ver is off the deep end at this point. But they need him, more than likely. I mean, everything we've been doing with Nephilim, and now using that along with Zesshou Jing to find the frontier, or bring the frontier to the sky, or whatever they're doing with the frontier, whatever that is still. Yeah, they kind of need him to do it. But they're going to use the heart and that artifact. The artifact being what they've been using to conceal themselves in their plane thing for so long. I don't know how they're both going to work. Like, Nephilim is obviously an incredible power source now, and when it's in its monster form, a great being of destruction. So we've got a good power source, and now we've got something that can go invisible, mimic its surroundings. Like, it still depends on what the frontier is, and interestingly, we haven't really mentioned it since, but the moon's still coming down, right? Or was that just a bluff? Like, we haven't really mentioned that since, but if the moon's coming down, defeating Ver and defeating all this, sure, that solves that problem, but it doesn't solve the fact that the moon's still going to come down. Like, if the moon's just going to come down of its own, then fighting them is important, obviously, is what we can do, but we need to find a way to put the moon back, which we don't really have a means to do so, unless we have Power of Friendship Climax Song again. But I don't know how feasible that is, necessarily. Unless they were threatening to bring the moon down, or bringing the moon down is part of what will happen if we send the frontier to the skies, or whatever the wording was. I have no idea where they're going with that. I have no clue. I assume there's been some foreshadowing, like, bring it to the sky and all this nonsense, but I genuinely do not know what the frontier will ultimately be. I still kind of like the idea. If it wasn't for the rise to the sky thing. I still kind of like the idea that the frontier is a means of transport to the gods' plane. Because we still want to destroy the moon if we're going along with Fine's original goal. Although if Maria has not been Fine this entire time, and they haven't had Fine this entire time, then they're not working towards Fine's goal, which is the destruction of the moon. They're working towards a different goal entirely. But now with Kirika seemingly being Fine, I wonder if that's now going to change their goals again. Like, I have no idea where it's going. I love it. I love that I have no idea where it's going. But with Maria no longer playing the role of Fine, to what extent that was for, I don't know. Maybe they were just buying time and saying they had Fine whilst they tried to find the real one? And why is Kirika only now showing signs of being Fine? Surely she's had access to that fucking waveform before. So is Fine intentionally obscuring her actions? Like, is she intentionally, like, trying to stay on the down low and let things play out and just observe for now until she gets to a point where then she's like, now's my chance? Or what's going on? Because she took a very hands-on approach when she took over Ryoko and was performing actions. Like, yes, she wasn't announcing herself to the world or anything, but she was actively doing things to that end. So far, she has done, well, basically nothing except protect Kiriko and Shirabe. Why protect them? I guess because it's her vessel, she has to protect them in this moment, but, you know. Seems weird that she's not done anything up until now, unless she's only just awakened, but then why should she taking this? Anyway, maybe she only awakened because of Hibiki and experiencing Hibiki's superb song like that. Maybe that's somehow become a component of it, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll see as the episodes play out. I'm sure all these answers will come eventually. It's just we're going to be a while before we get some of them, I guess. But we're going to load the episode up here. As per usual, these are time-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture in pitch, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture and picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as Symphogear here. Once we're finished with G, hopefully we'll be moving straight on to GX, I think was the next one. Yeah, it's G, GX, AX, AXV? Maybe? I can't remember the series name, but we'll move straight on to Season 3, hopefully. Once this one's finished, we'll see. You guys are very passionate about this. I'm sure if who's supporting this series? Was it Wargle that was supporting this series? I forget who supports which series. I remember Spitz did World Trigger, and I think it's Merlin that's doing Log Horizon, therefore it's Wargle who's doing this one? Maybe. I mean, I should really keep a track of these things better, shouldn't I? Yes, it's Wargle. So even if Wargle is not able to continue for Season 3, or maybe even Season 4, Season 5, whatever, I'm sure someone's going to pick it up because we don't want to finish, 3 seasons into a 5-season show, do we? I don't think we do. Anyway, but yeah, we also have movie reactions available, with Kiki's Delivery Service just recently going up, and we'll have a poll on the first week of June to vote on what movie you'd like me to watch for that month. We also have special movies, Princess Principal, Crown Handler, which will be coming out not this Saturday, but the Saturday after, because I really like Princess Principal, and I've been waiting for that movie for a while. It's the first of 6 of the multi-part movies, just like how Girls and Partners did it, and I don't want to put that one to a poll. I just want to watch that one now that it's available in an English translated form. So, here on YouTube we do time-based. Bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. And play start episode, I start episode, and we should be in sync. Watch this one on Anime Pahi, as per usual, since we have the D-Truck subversion here. And fan subs for such a beloved project seems very much appropriate based on how you guys have been saying. And thus we did it. But there is version available on Crunchyroll for different areas if you just want to watch along with that footage and not worry about too much about the subtitles. They should be fairly similar. It's just certain different distinctions and certain color codings and things like that, which make it a bit easier to follow. But yeah, you can use Screen Flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to how one scenes are transitioning as well. That should help you sync it up as we go along. So, with all that said, lengthy intro and a second attempt at starting this, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Yep. Don't have to play. What are we saying? Mm-hmm. And Ver's listening in on all this. Well... Well... RP time. I don't think so. Doesn't seem like it failed in Kirika, unless she wasn't even one of the candidates, but I feel like she was. Oh yeah, we also told waifu Miku about Hibiki's condition and trying to keep her level-headed and away from fighting for a bit, which will last probably a whole episode, if that. Because let's be honest, basically. Telling Hibiki to not get involved is just not going to happen. Oh, speaking of, I think Good Smile just recently put up a new Chris model. I think it's an act model. I don't know which version of her it is either. I think it's this version. Anyway, episode 8. Holding hands so that I won't hesitate. Yeah, different titles depending on where you read them, I guess. Still stealthed. Thinking back. This is them testing for the candidacy, I guess. Try to let the moon see it, huh? And we're saving people? Hmm. Okay, so they're doing it. We're doing it to fool there? To win him over, okay. But he knows now that's a lie. Hmm. Hmm. They're just in training here. Kind of cool training environment, though. Surprised Division 2 doesn't have something similar. Maybe we do have something similar. Hmm. God, that's so creepy. Frontier's a physical place we're going to, okay. We're activating it, yes. What even is it? Looks like it could be like a volcano. Running tests. On Kirika. Good. Hmm. He's the reason they were in this state. Yeah, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Not gonna say anything though. There she is. Okay, Hibiki, seeing what's going on. Jesus. It's bad. Forming a new organ? Oh. Yeah, immediately laughs it off. Yep. Hmm. You stop, full stop, yeah. Interesting how Subasa's on this side of things rather than the other side now. Yep. Good, good. I mean, Ryoko was the one that was investigating this effect more than anyone, so. Yeah, you think? But she's not going to accept that, really. Because you care. You're just more than a sword. I don't think that's what. Oh boy, here we go again. Oh boy. We're back to season 1 and episode 1. Alright, we're at the frontier. Where the hell are we? Middle of the ocean. Got it. We're gonna dive down? Or what are we doing? Marker activates, okay. We're gonna part the ocean? Is that what we're gonna do? The music. A mirror relic. Right? Make camouflage, but also. Sure. Therefore, the noise, I guess. You know, just casually walking in, forget it. Okay. Right. Oh boy, here we go. So we're trying to dispel the relic-powered seal that is on the frontier that is under the ocean. What are we... What are we doing? I mean, we caused a big explosion. Did anything actually happen? I mean, congratulations, it's made a nice bit of foam, but... Nothing? Not enough power? Not enough power. It's always that. Oh, let me guess. They're gonna need. Oh, I've got a bad thing where they might go with this. Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna guess they need Fine probably for that, or. Jesus, Ver. Jesus. You're insane. Oh, the moon. We actually haven't mentioned this now? Okay, so obviously they've not been publishing the true data. So there is a discrepancy. Good. Well, not good, but you know. They were intentionally obscuring it. Who were. Who. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Right. So you're the good guys? You became the bad guys to be the good guys? Oh, hello. Oh boy. Negotiations with the US government, huh? That's gonna go well, isn't it? It always goes well when you try and negotiate with US government. Hmm. I'm sure that's gonna go brilliantly. It won't. Considering how the US government has been perceived thus far, yeah, you gotta take it easy. Right. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, there are, and one of them's about to be here for you. There you go. Hibiki screams. Hmm. They're both preoccupied with what else is going on. Oh, they're in the Sky Tower as well. Are they both in the same place? I can see where this is going. Oh no. Hmm. Still thinking what happened. Well, if you're the vessel, why hasn't she taken over already? Oh yeah, they don't know. They don't know about that. Well, they never did say that only one could be active at the same time. So the doctor's not present. What's he off doing? I mean, yes. What are we handing over? Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, US government. Yes, US government. Okay. Okay. So what's this about bullets? Thank you, Ver. You'll want to talk. Here we go. I love the Going There song. Been a while since we had a full transformation sequence. Yep. Noise. Hmm. Oh boy, it's always a lost kid. I mean, that's the best compromise you can get. God damn it, Bear. Oh boy, hello. Hmm. Jesus Christ. Oh, nice save, Miku. Nice save. Jesus Christ. They're firing hitting civilians? Wow. Wow. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's going off the deep end now. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Jesus Christ. She's gonna have to activate it at this point, I think. God, the blood everywhere. Oh boy. Hmm. Oh boy. Drill out, pierce the heavens. God, the tower's destroyed. Hmm. I'm sure she will one day. I mean, they're setting that up as a future thing. Of course, they're going to have a future thing for them, but. Here we go with the song. Yeah. Let's not overdo it, at least. Stick landing, stick landing. Nice. Jesus Christ. And immediately boost back up? Not quite, okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think a cliffhanger right there. Fucking hell, man. Oh, this show's so good. So good. So good. Okay, I want to go back to when they were trying to open the frontier, because it looked like... I can't tell if it was just a reflection of their ship firing down, or if there was something under the water that was receiving the power. It's kind of hard to see. But the frontier is something that is sealed underwater, that will then be revealed, and then do something. But they are doing it for the intent of saving the world. It seems like they are doing it for the right cause. Weirdly. I guess if you do oppose the US government, you're just automatically a terrorist, huh? Huh. Yeah. Even with good intent, you oppose US government, you're a terrorist. That tracks too well. Might as well play into the role, huh? Might get things done a bit quicker. Instead of trying to have to explain yourself to every single person you meet. Alright, anything more? Never is. Oh boy. Okay, so we tried to activate... Well, we tried to remove the seal on the frontier. We don't have enough power. Even with Nephilim in its current state. Do we need to evolve Nephilim even more at that point? Like, how can we go even further beyond that, you know? Like... I mean, I guess it was destroyed and we just have the heart. I don't think we fed Nephilim everything we needed to. I mean, we gave it a lot thanks to Hibiki's arm, I suppose, but... Maybe if they didn't... Maybe if Nephilim wasn't actually destroyed, they could have taken it even further. I feel like they're going to sacrifice... I feel like Ver's plan now, whereas I don't have enough power. How do I get more power to this thing that requires relics? Why not just sacrifice one of the girls? I feel like that's where they're going to go with it. They're going to sacrifice one of the girls, or at least their Symphogears, to it. That feels like where they're going to naturally go with that, and they very much feels like a Ver type of idea. It's like, oh, well, let's just sacrifice one of them. Screw it. I don't think he'd care about sacrificing a girl for that. And yeah, Hibiki staying out of getting involved barely lasted an episode. as expected. I mean, I said that. I was like, yeah, it'll probably be an episode. I didn't actually even expect it to activate in this episode, but as soon as it was like, oh, we're in Sky Tower. Sky Tower, huh? I think that's pretty much where we are. Oh, boy. And I didn't mention it, but I saw the room that they were heading into, how it had, like, the huge, like, side windows. Whenever I see a room with side windows like that, I'm automatically thinking, something's coming through that window to shoot us. Like, that's where I immediately go with my mind. I think it's just, like, because of movies and such. Like, I think even the Yakuza game franchise, I'm just conditioned to think, I almost feel like the Sky Tower is the Millennium Tower from the Yakuza series. Like, is it really a Yakuza game if the Millennium Tower isn't being blown up? Like, that's what it kind of feels like. And it's just seeing that window there, I was like, oh, something's going to happen. Like, I expected a helicopter to come up and just to start spraying a Gatling gun through it. So that's what I expected. I didn't expect the noise to be the ones to save them from the US government. But the US government pulling guns as soon as they got what they wanted? I mean, yeah, like, they're not surprising at all, considering how they've been perceived thus far in the series. I was not surprised by that in the slightest. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm surprised they didn't go that direction sooner, if anything. Yeah. Maria's going through some shit right now. She needs someone to talk to in this, and I don't know who would. Who does Maria need more than anyone right now? Honestly? Maybe Hibiki? Maybe? I mean, Hibiki's greatest asset is being able to talk to people and get through to them. But I just don't see that being possible right now. But yeah, so Moon is coming down. They're using the Frontier to prevent that from happening. So the Frontier is going to push the Moon back into place? Destroy the Moon so before it can hit Earth? I don't know. Okay, so let's go back to that scene then. Let's go back to the scene where they were trying to activate it. Beam volley discharge. I'll just mute it so I don't blow my own ears out. There it goes. Reflects off of that down into the ocean. Down to the sea floor. Now the seal shall be no more. And then it's this shot here. So yeah, that is the sea floor, and something is receiving it. I think, yeah, because I think this is underwater. This is on the seabed. The beam's obviously being shot directly to it. It's hard to tell what that is. It almost looks like it's like a cannon of its own right. But it's very hard to tell what it actually is. But a lot of just gas is released, and then that's it. Nothing happens. They didn't have enough power to break the seal. What would be sealed under the ocean like that, then? What is the Frontier? Because we know the Moon supposedly houses the whatchamacallit? Was it Curse of Babel? Was that its name? Curse of Belial, sorry. It caused humanity to lose the one only language it could converse with God and each other. So, our current group does not care for the Curse of Belial right now. They're using the Frontier to stop the Moon from being destroyed, and maybe that is just a way of ensuring the safety of the Moon? But what would the Frontier do in that sense? I can only think that it would push the Moon back into a stable orbit, but I don't even know how it would accomplish that from there. Like, from on Earth's surface like that. Unless it's something that would be unveiled, and just like the tower that was pushed up into the sky. They're saying rise to the sky, so it must be something that will... Maybe another tower like the last one. What was the name of the other tower that was called? Cannon Gear, that's right. So Cannon Gear was a huge cannon that was used to destroy the Moon, that she built. But this one would, in theory, be something that just stops the moon from impacting. It seems counterintuitive for one of these relics to then... Well, no, does it necessarily? I don't think the relics all have to work in conjunction with the same ideal goal necessarily. I think you can use the relics to go counteract that goal, because that's kind of what Fina was doing to destroy the moon in the first place, was using power of relics to get to that point, and to then power the cannon that would destroy the moon. But Fine has not taken action yet. Fine's just been in the sidelines. So unless Fine has other intentions for the use of the frontier and is just letting things play out, that could be an option. Now, Miku is probably going to be okay. They're not going to kill Miku. I highly doubt it anyway. It'd be really ballsy to kill off Miku at this point. But it's possible. I have no idea if Miku is in... Because, unlike Hibiki and Tsubasa and Chris, who I'm expecting to be here for all 5 seasons, and therefore anything that potentially puts them at risk, I'm like, okay, they'll work around it at some point. Miku I'm less certain about, because I have no idea how committed they are to keeping Miku as a recurring side waifu for Hibiki. I say side waifu, that's unfair to her. She's main waifu, let's be real. But I don't think they'd kill her off, so this is to put some panic into Hibiki, possibly make her overreact and draw too much power, and therefore start the process all over again. Now, it said it was creating a new organ, which I found interesting. I'm assuming that's an organ that's going to try and replace her heart, and, destroy her heart, but replace it with a new organ of whatever the relic deems needed. And again, it's that case of, it could kill her, but we don't know. It could be an overall improvement. But it's not worth taking that risk considering the pain and damage it seems to be doing to you already. And how it could potentially just remove you. Who knows if Hibiki would be Hibiki after such a transformation. We know the primal berserker anger that comes from when the relic is in full control. So if that becomes the predominant thing over Hibiki, then what, right? So, yeah. Good episode. Very, very good episode. I really don't know where they're going with the frontier. I feel like we're close to figuring it out, but they need more power, right? So, where are they going to get more power? And what is the frontier? What is the frontier? What could it be? It must be a means of stopping the moon from crashing into Earth, but how? Tractor beam? I don't know. I really don't know. So curious. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed my ramblings as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments before the episode. You guys leave such great comments. I very much appreciate all of them. It helps formulate the ideas in my head a bit more as well, as explore some of the ones that are very much out there and might have some relevance, but really just go way too far with it. I realise that. But that's the fun of theory crafting, right? Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 lineup you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.